Long interconnects or short speaker cables? Now, I know we've asked this question before, but it's always good to revisit a lot of these questions, especially since I pick ones that are popular because I think people, you may or may not have heard my earlier answer on this. And I always say something a little different because, hey, it's a different day. And here we are standing next to the pizza oven. So, you'll love this thing. Well, a couple of you have asked for a lesson in pizza. And I'll tell you a couple things about this oven. I mean, it's a portable oven. There's like 4 guys just picked it up and put it down. It's just sitting here on this counter. I don't know how much, probably 200 or 300 pounds. But it's just a box, and then you load the wood in it, and we take it up to about 800 degrees. And then the pizzas cook in 90 seconds, 120 seconds. Not long, and that's the secret to great pizza. So I'll go over the dough recipes. I promise. I'll do that one of these days if you're interested, because boy, and every pizza turns out different. There's no consistency here. All right, what are we talking about? Long interconnects and short speaker cables. All right, so Brian in Carawoola, Australia is asking the question. And he writes, "Hey Paul, thanks for your Ask Paul videos. My pleasure. I've learned a lot. My question is, which is the best option? A long balanced cable run from a preamp, say 4 to 5 meters, which is what, 12 to 15 feet, to a power amp, and then a much shorter speaker cable run, or vice versa. I'm looking at options to relocate my system and would appreciate your views." Sure. So, man, I'll tell you what, I've been, all this rain, I'm going to have to set this down somewhere where it doesn't get totally soaked. Might rain again, so might be doing these inside. I've been both ways. For years, I ran long speaker cables, and the idea behind it was, again, in my engineering head, a power amp has a greater ability to drive a cable than a preamplifier does. Now, that said, the complex load of a loudspeaker in conjunction with its cable is a far tougher job than it is to drive a balanced interconnect. And so I've gone back and forth, but in the end, I think I'm always going to recommend, as long as you're balanced, I'm always going to recommend long balanced interconnects, excuse me, versus long speaker cables. You can go either way, but I think my preference is going to be the long balanced interconnect. And currently at PS Audio, that's what we're doing. I've got about a 50-foot pair, and I don't need that much. That's just what I wound up with, of long balanced interconnects. And it sounds great. Speaker cables, man, I'll tell you what, there's quite a deal with speaker cables, because they have far more of an impact on the sound quality than do the balanced interconnects. I mean, we hear differences in the balanced interconnects for sure, but when you compare the crazy types of speaker cables, even short ones, man, does that make a big difference. Like currently, I've got the MG Audio flat ribbon cables, speaker cables, on the short little, I mean, they're about, I don't know, 2 feet, between the crossover and the IRS panels. I've got then AudioQuest, I can't remember any of their names, whatever it is. I've got some kind of fancy AudioQuest cable, speaker cable, going from the BHK 300s into the little separate crossover box. And I got to tell you, that combination is, it just makes such a difference. Replace that one cable with something else, it sounds very, very different. And I know, there's lots of people out there, they're in the hate Paul club. What's this guy, Amir, over at Audio Sciences? He tries. He's got some fancy equipment. He's not all that skilled in what he's doing, but he tries. And to the point that we are thinking very seriously of starting to publish. We was talking to Darren about this, our engineer. Here I am babbling. I was talking to Darren, our engineer, about this, and Darren said, you know what? We really owe it to our customers to, when we present specs on a new product, we also ought to put all the proper audio precision measurements, because we have the same equipment, but it's done correctly. And we should publish those. So then if somebody wants to, publish something else, even using the same equipment, you'll know what the right one was. But I mean, look, we all have great input and great contributions and lots of opinions. So I think this is all good stuff. But anyway, I'll stop babbling about pizzas, interconnects, and all that other stuff. And definitely go with the long balanced cable. That's what I got to say about that. Okay, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Take it easy.